Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Hearts of Iron 4, continuing on with my Nova Roma playthrough. At the end of the last video, I realized I am being threatened by the Allies with a naval invasion in northern France. It looks like on the port of Brest here. So I am rushing over a couple of my tank division groups, my Red Army here, over into that port, as well as some other areas in northern France in an attempt to protect myself from those naval invasions. But I thought it was also high time that I started garrisoning some of this area, because I'm getting a lot of sabotage, which is really holding me back. So what I've done in between videos is I took all of the colonial troops I added into the Mauve army here at a time when they were really desperately needed. I needed whatever manpower I could get. Well, I don't think I need that manpower as much anymore. It is going to slow down my overall drive, I think, pulling them out. But I think it's about time that I use them for what they were originally intended for, which was to garrison. So we're going to go ahead and grab this army, and we're going to give them a garrison order over into the French territory that I have captured. Now, it's easy for me to tell which territory I've captured, because I do have these border lines, and I believe this darker line here designates the area that I captured. Anything above that line was more or less captured during the war. So all of this territory needs to be garrisoned. I don't think I can garrison this area right now. We can change that later, but that's going to be the game plan for now. Alright, so let's go ahead and get things started. I don't think there's anything else I necessarily need to do. Hopefully I can get my troops into position before we have any issues with the naval invasion. And hopefully eventually I can start making some moves with my fleet. And I'm still moving to capture this territory that the British just recently navally invaded. So we're going to have a little bit of time before I'm going to be doing anything down in Africa. We'll just be keeping an eye. So here's my tanks coming across. We also have a naval invasion in East Africa, which is now, I guess, aimed over here. Which is definitely a threatening place to put it. Like, over here, I had a much better chance of protecting the port. As a matter of fact, I have a port right here that I'm not sure I'm going to be able to protect. Also being attacked over here, I just realized. I'll go ahead and send these troops over here to help out. Alright, well, I'm not sure what to do, because if they navally evade and they come in here, they could probably come and capture the port before I can do anything about it. And losing the ports are really, really bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to strategically deploy them down here so that this port hopefully will be protected. And then we'll deal with things later. Now, obviously, I can be navally invaded at these two ports, and it's actually these three ports. It's very difficult for me to actually protect every port I can protect. But it might as well protect ones that I am aware are going to be a problem. Alright, so again, my tanks are on the way. And for now, I'm just going to have my AI deal with things on their own without actually commanding them. Oh wow, we were just in time to stop one of the naval invasions. Move my tanks in here. Alright, I'm not sure if this guy here is going in here. Quite possible. I see... Oh yeah, they're doing some naval invasions here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and hop over here. Looks like there's another naval invasion. I'm going to go ahead and split these guys. Send them over there. And then you are going to go over to Brest, just in case they're already doing a naval invasion there. So it looks like I was in the nick of time to stop these from being... Alright. Didn't quite get there in time. Yeah, unfortunately. But they didn't capture a port, which is really what we were looking for. Or looking to prevent. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and tell these guys to stop their attack. And I'm going to rush these tanks over here. So that hopefully we can smother this advance. Prevent them from taking any ports. Or Paris, or anything over here, honestly, if I can. I think that was the extent of the naval invasion. I'm going to go ahead and bring these troops over. Now, the good thing about the garrisoning units that are coming through is they'll be able to serve as a nice back line. We are having... Okay, so at the moment, the enemy is no longer in Czechoslovakia, so it's probably high time that I moved my planes. So at the moment, I think everything that is involved over here is at this airport, so we're probably going to want to move them to an airport that can accept the numbers that they have, which is a little bit of a problem, it looks like. So I think what I'm going to have to do is split the... I don't know if I can get close enough with my... What I can do, I guess, is... Oh yeah, I think this will work. So what we'll do is I'll put these two fighters in this airport. And then the rest of you guys will come over into this airport. And then we'll give the lot of you missions over Eastern Germany. So once they get into their better air bases, they'll get them a little closer to the front. Hopefully improving their range. Okay. Now dealing with the Brits and their... Alright, I think I'm going to attack here just to not allow the British forces to move anywhere until I get my tanks into position. Alright. Looks like I have already kind of beaten these guys back. And my garrison troops are now coming into the ports, which is exactly what I want. Okay. Alright, we'll let them defend. And then we'll let these guys hook in. Alright, how are we doing on resources? Just rubber. Mostly what we need. Okay. You know what, I'm going to leave these 3 divisions. Rather than sending them all the way over there, I'm going to put them right here so that I can kind of attack anywhere that is being attacked by the British. Looks like the British, for the most part, have evacuated the area. So we're going to rush in here, try and murder them if I can. Send you guys over. Okay. I think that is a job well done. Looks like we managed to wipe them out. These guys no longer have to rush over. I'm instead going to just kind of put them over here somewhere. Because it appears northern France is still being threatened. And again, the invasion appears to be somewhere in this area. I don't know exactly where, though. So that's why I'm going to be spreading out my armored forces so that I can cover a lot of different angles if need be. But yeah, that was definitely a threatening move that the AI just did there. Oh, look at that. That can't be good. Give me this. You guys. There you go. That's better. And the White Army here. I don't know why not all the divisions are set on this course. Let's get on that. Okay, it's probably high time that the Green Army gets a new battle plan here. So Ideally, what I'd like them to do, you just come across. Oop. Like, this is probably super ambitious, but I'd like them to do that. And I'll go ahead and tell them, yeah, I'll let them prepare. That's okay. Only 6 divisions are planned to do that, huh? Grab you guys. I have no idea how many divisions are, except for the other plan here. Should I do this instead? So these guys get moving. Alright. Oh, we're being attacked. Looks like one is moving over to the port, so I need to stop that. There is a colonial soldier moving there. I'll just keep that guy where he is. Alright, colonial soldier managed to get into position. Southern France being attacked. Okay, where are they going? They're going possibly here. Wow, they are coming after me hard. Alright. So the Germans are making moves here, which I'm not a fan of. Alright. Let me grab my tank division. Transport it. Over to here. Alright. I'm going to have to be quick here if I want to minimize damage. So tanks, start moving down. I'm not strategically moving them because I don't want them to have no organization when they get there, which, you know, obviously is dangerous because it's possible they'll get there too late. But right now, the Allies are just hurling themselves at me, which is, you know, obviously not fun. I mean, it's making things a lot more dangerous for me. Hopefully we can take out the Germans sometime soon so I can focus more attention on these guys. Alright, we took out a bunch of destroyers and submarines, so we're having the Americans attacking me now. And where in northern... I'm sorry. Benelux region. So they're going to try and navally invade me over here too, huh? Alright, well, we're kind of in the area, so... I'm assuming by this, they're going to come in here. If they capture the port, it could be all over for me. But I do, luckily, have a soldier here. It's probably, at this point, a good idea. Alright, first off, I want to grab my fleet. Grab these guys. Urge them over. It's probably a good idea at this point to send this one division over to this port. I'm going to put these guys here. This is not giving me a whole lot of troops in Italy proper, but we're going to have to start protecting France here. Yeah, they took the port. That's bad, because that means that they can land more troops in there whenever they want. Alright, we also have these guys moving here. Alright, I'm moving. My tanks are on the way. Ugh. Pain my ass. I think this was a minor invasion here. But the allies are spreading out quickly here. Alright, more combat here. We lost a destroyer at the cost of 15 submarines of theirs. Come on. Take care of these guys before they get too much ground. Alright, we managed to take one port. And honestly, that's going to cut their supply. So they're going to be in trouble. We have exiled divisions. So we're losing more divisions over here. Okay, I mean, it happens. So right now I'm being distracted quite a bit by the Allies. I kind of anticipated that this would happen. I knew the Allies would start going after me once the Americans joined. Notice how they're not going after the Germans, who would probably be an easy target at this point. Instead, they're going after me, which I'm not, saying is wrong of them to do. Clearly, this is something that they can do, so why not? Where to move my tanks? I think I'm going to keep them here so that they can respond to a few different areas. Alright. It's time to push here. These guys are low in organization. Okay, these guys are going to move here. And we're just going to squish them in here. I'm just going to have to keep looking and looking and looking because they have all of these naval invasions still queued up against me, so I'm just going to have to ignore the German front and just allow the these guys now can start preparing for their onslaught there. Okay. These guys are in position. I'm going to go ahead and move in. Okay, we'll go ahead and move in here. I'm not going to give these guys an okay yet. I still want more. I wonder where these guys ended. Oh, probably the guys that were in exile. Yeah, the Americans are being pretty aggressive here in the Mediterranean. Alright, how are we doing? Still okay. Luckily, most of the ports up north are actually being held down by garrison units. This is the only port that isn't being held down. As a matter of fact, holding down ports. I'm going to go ahead and tell these guys to move over that way. Okay. And you, my friend, are going to come over there. Once you're done your move. Now, the upside for me is every one of these failed invasions. Oh, crap. I'm being attacked here. Guess I will retreat. These guys are really low in organization, so if I can get in a good position with good organization, I might be able to attack them. I do have factories. Let's see. How are we doing on the repair effort? Still a bit behind, it looks. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and build another tactical bomber here. Now we're having shortages of oil and tungsten. Well, we can trade for the tungsten. I'm going to go ahead and trade with the Soviet Union, at least continue to do that. So we'll just do that. Take care of the tungsten that we need. You are going to move over this way. And you are going to attack down here. While you come over that way. You are going to help out. Alright. Any more naval invasions? Not that I can see. The naval invasions are tricky because you get warnings way in advance. And you really never know when they're going to fall. But if you don't respond to them and stamp them out immediately, they can be horrendously bad. If I didn't keep the ports out of the control of the Allies as quickly as I could have huge numbers of American and British divisions sitting in France, and that would be hell to get rid of. So the fact that I jumped on this as quickly as I could was very important. Alright, so I just got myself some support weapons. I'm going to go ahead and get my infantry anti-tank research started. And we have more factories to play with. I'm assuming I'm taking more German territory here. Yeah, we're moving in on Berlin. How are we doing on preparation, my friend? Now, you've got pretty good preparation. Just go. Go, go, go. I don't care what your little red exclamation point says. Okay. Alright. Well, you know what? I'll give you one guy there. And couple guys here. Go ahead and put a couple guys in artillery, and there we go. Alright. And hopefully, as I continue to succeed against the Germans, we can pull some more troops into garrison duty, and we'll stop having quite as many factories get knocked out by the Alright. Come on, tankies. Now you can move down here and help me out. Okay, naval invasions, none that I'm aware of. Oh, they took out one of my convoys. Those assholes. I guess my fleet's in for repairs, which is why they're able to do these things. Right now, I'm in trouble because naval invasions in this area could happen right now. Alright, well, my tanks are taking quite a while to get where they want to. I want them to be. They should be there any time now. Once we get them where we want them, I'm going to start acting against these German troops, which are very low in organization. So go in here, then cross over there once you're done with that. Alright, we've almost stamped out the Allied troops here. There we go. Good job, tanks. Alright, so I'm going to split these guys in half, because I'm going to need these tanks all over the place. I'm going to put one group here, and the other group I'm going to put here. So this group will be mostly active along this coast. The other group will be mostly active along this coast. And then we have this bigger group in here, which I may actually move a little bit closer to Paris now, that we have the other tanks free. And huh. Okay, so submarines are still attacking convoys. I can shift my planes over into where the submarines are active. Hopefully strike them. Alright. More factories. More factories than I know what to do with. Got mechanized stuff here. I'm going to be trying to produce more of. How are we doing on resources here? We've got tungsten still being needed. Okay, so let's trade here. I guess I'll diversify who I'm asking for tungsten. Alright. Just taking a look on the resistance. So obviously I need more garrison units than I currently am employing. Alright. Making good ground against the Germans here. Very nearing to Berlin. Alright, so we just got anti-tank stuff. Artillery's looking pretty good. I think it's time to get the better... I'll go with the better support battalions here. So we'll get a better engineer company and a better... Unless there's just something I'm really missing out on. No, okay. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get those support group companies. Engineer company and then recon. Alright, and I'm just going to keep an eye over here to stamp down on any of those naval invasions. So right now, we do not have air superiority over the Benelux region, and I'm assuming the northern French region, we don't have that many enemy troops. How many... What's the looking like? We got enemy bombers here. I don't know if that is German or Allied. That's the one problem with this game, is in the air power, you have actually no idea who the enemy that you're facing is. Out of curiosity, where are the fighters and things that I'm using? It's like mostly over here, huh? I want to increase this guy to 200. And what are we looking at over here? We've got close air support. We don't have that many fighters in reserve. Oh, actually, we have quite a lot of reserve of fighters here. Alright. So what I'm going to do is rebase these guys over here. Rebase these guys. Close air support, so we're going to want them close. And you guys, I'm going to rebase over into this airfield by Paris. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab all these guys that are over here. And we're going to send them against this region. All right. Like we're good to go, so oh, you need to get into the port, that's for sure. Okay, so right now we got another invasion attempt over here in East Africa. As much as I hate doing it, I'm gonna pull this guy and put him back over in the port over here. It seems like they just keep hitting the same spot over here. Then we've got a threat over in northern France, which is still the... Actually, did they change it? It's still Brest. I do have a soldier there, and I have another one over in this port, and I have my tanks nearby, so I should be able to address anything that pops up over there, so we'll just keep a close eye on that. Looks like they've called off the invasion in East Africa. All right. I also want to check on my troops over here. I'm assuming that this Engagement already happened. Otherwise, why has the enemy tank not... Okay, yeah, it's moved. Okay, let's take a look at what we got on here. Convoys, dying. We must be getting attacked pretty heavily by submarines, I'm guessing. The American submarines. What are you guys up to? First off, merge. Secondly, why are you in port? Is it because you've got damage? Because if so, I'm not seeing it. Go on your patrol. You want to abort this task? Yes. You're not that damaged. Get out there. I'm getting my ass kicked. Okay. You guys are doing a pretty good job. As a matter of fact, and this is a good point to put a cut in the video. So we had a little bit of a scare there from the Allies navally invading. We're able to fight it off. And mostly we're just working to defeat the Germans now. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.